Welcome back to Asian Flicks. Today we will watch a Thai movie about genius students who tried to make cheating a business. They will make the rich dum-dum get into prestigious US schools. Can they fool the system and how? Let's watch it together. Disclaimer: spoiler alert. The movie begins with a student being interrogated about a cheating scandal, but manages to convince them she got nothing to do with it. In the next scene, we see the earlier girl named Lynn, an outstanding math Olympian with straight A grades. She was interviewed to get into a prestigious high school and easily ace it. After getting into the school with a scholarship, she befriends a cheerful rich girl, Grace, who was having a hard time with math but needed a good grade or she cannot participate in the theater play. She then teaches her how to solve it, but when the exam comes, the questions were the same as the ones Grace asks. Even with that, she still cannot do it. What a dum-dum. Lynn, being a good friend, write down her answer in an eraser and put it into her shoes to give it to Grace. But when Grace gives back the shoes, she pushes them too far. Lynn, with her quick thinking, goes forward to pick the shoes and submits her exam paper to the examiner. Ending her first cheat with huge success, to celebrate, Grace invites Lynn to her boyfriend's place, Pat, who is a rich and party-crazed student. He wants to use Lynn's brain to start a cheating business. He will pay her a huge amount of money per subject and there will be 5 more of his friends as a customer. Lynn, with her quick thinking, calculates how much money she will gain. $234,000 was the number she come up with. Even with that, she was reluctant, but after hearing the school take a huge money from her father for maintenance, she accepts their offer and will try to find a way to make it happen. While playing piano, she realizes she can use piano hand movement to signal answers. They decide to name the business Lynn Piano Lesson and teach her client 4 movements to indicate each answer. During the exam, she gives the signal to all of them and the exam goes well for everyone. Grace can focus on her theater play, Pat got his new car and Lynn got a lot of money from this business. News spread and more people joined Lynn's piano lessons and she was also the top student in the school. There was also another scholarship student named Bang. Both of them, as the best students in the school, were invited to a genius TV show. Bang display a great memory and combine with Lynn's math skill, they easily win the competition. The principal was amazed with their skills and offered both of them a chance to get a full scholarship to study in Singapore. However, only one of them can get it. Bang was also determined to get the scholarship as he was having a rough life. His mother opened a little laundry service but the washing machine is broken, so her mother washes each clothes by hand. The next day, Bang was heading to the exam room, but his friend asked him to help him cheat as he cannot memorize Lynn's code. In exchange he will get 3,000, but Bang refused his offer and left him behind. In the middle of the exam, Bang asked how to answer questions and then it revealed the exam this time have 2 sets of questions. Hearing this, Lynn's students panic, and the earlier glasses boy sticks his head out to cheat on Lynn. Being a good student, Bang tells Lynn that she was cheated on. What a lovely guy. After Bang left, Lynn accesses her student's exam type and began to send out her answer. While the others were submitting their paper, she quickly swapped to the second set and solved all the questions. As the time was almost over, she began to give out the answer and managed to give it out all on time. After the exam, everyone was relieved as they managed to get out of the crisis. However, an unexpected thing happened. Bang reported the cheating attempt to the principal, which led to Lynn being caught cheating. Her father was called and all her scholarships got cancelled, including the Singapore scholarship, and the chance was given to Bang. His father was disappointed with her action and returned the gift she gave him. Years went by and now they were in senior year. Grace was having dinner with Lynn and she tell her Pat's parents think she was being a good influence for Pat because of his improved grades. They ask Grace to accompany Pat to study abroad and will take care of all her living expenses. Given this offer, Grace was asking a favor from Lynn to help them pass the stick exam. Lynn was reluctant to help even with $600,000 as a fee because she has lost a lot of things for them. When she walked out to the reception, she was watching the clock around the hotel and realized how to cheat on the exam. She then told Grace and Pat her idea was to utilize the time difference between countries and she planned to go to Australia for the exam as there was 4-hour time difference. After she is done, she will memorize all the answers and text them to Grace. But considering there will be 100 questions in each section, she needs another person, which is Bang. In the next scene, we saw Bang being beaten up by a gangster and when he wakes up, he was in a landfill full of trash. He screamed and cried in frustration as that day he was supposed to take the Singapore scholarship exam. Meanwhile, Lynn and the others were planning to recruit as many people as possible to join and lower their costs. Pat was in charge of the pitch to the client. The exam will consist of 3 sections with 100 questions each and 10 minutes break after each section. Mobile phone was prohibited, but Lynn will hide them in the toilet to send the answer. For the answer, They will be written in barcode inside the wooden pencil. Pat ended the presentation with a huge applause from all of his clients. The last part was to persuade Bang joining them. Lin go to his laundry mart and talk to him about how much money they can get from this job. They just need to take the exam and will be set for life. Bang keeps up his uptight personality, but Lin leaves a name card for him. The next day, surprisingly he come to join them. So guys, remember at the end of the day money was everything. Lin and Bang begin their preparation by practicing how to act sick and send answers, even how to answer if they get caught. Pat tries to show how to answer the question but accidentally tells everyone how Bang was beaten and woke up in the landfill. Suddenly Bang lunges and punches Pat because he never tells anyone that he left in there before. Bang knows Pat was the one who set him up so he can join the team. Pat realizes how he fuck up and attempts to apologize and begged him to continue with their perfectly prepared plan, but he refused and decided to leave. Lin, not knowing about this, was shocked and begins considering her actions and chases Bang. While he walking around, Bang saw the laundry advertisement and remembered his ill mother. He returns to confront Lin and tells her to finish what they started. Arriving at Sydney, they went around and then go straight to the toilet to put the phone in the toilet lid. The exam started, they quickly cleared the first section and then memorized it. When the break, they rush to the toilet and send answers to Pat and Grace. Back in Thailand, Pat and Grace are ready to print out the answer barcode in the pencil which will be delivered to their clients. Lin managed to send her part soundly, but suddenly Bang asked for another $1 million in return for Pat's behavior against him. Not being able to do much, Grace sent all the money she had so that Bang would cooperate. They start the next section of the exam and finish it quickly. The next break has come, the women's restroom was full so Lin had to queue, which wasted a lot of time. On the other hand, Bang that has been in the toilet for too long is reported to the supervisor. The exam supervisor immediately rushed to knock on the door. In the middle of the crisis, he still managed to send all the answers but he accidentally dropped the toilet lid. He planned to throw his cell phone into the toilet but it was clogged. He was caught. Meanwhile, Lin didn't have a chance to send an answer and had to hide her cell phone under the water dispenser because of the tight security. To not forget the answer, she wrote down all the answers from the previous session first. But without Bang, she was forced to memorize all by herself. She was panicked and start to tap her finger, which led her to remember her piano. She uses her piano method to easily remember all the exam answers. When the exam was almost over, she deliberately put a pencil in his mouth to vomit and was allowed to leave by the supervisor as she was sick. At the same time, Lin's father kept calling and coming to the printing place to ask where her daughter was. Lin's father keeps on pushing them and Pat improvises by saying that Lin and Bang are going on a secret vacation to Sydney, which he believed, and left them. Back to Lin, she managed to sneak out from the exam center but was followed by the supervisor. He suspected that she had something to do with Bang. While being chased, she is sending the answers on her cell phone but someone bumps into her and crashes her phone. Luckily she is still able to send it. Not long after, the supervisor finally catches her, asking her to come back with him, but she quickly put her cell phone in someone else's bag. Lin arrived in Thailand and was greeted with joy by Pat and Grace, but she felt uneasy and worried after Bang was caught. They invited her to celebrate but then she refused and left them. Here she embraces her father and cries. Afterward, Lin came back to visit Bang. The laundry mart was renovated with the exam money but he was not the same anymore. He offered her a new project with a smaller risk and a reward of $10 million, but she have enough with this cheating business. Lin wants to leave but Bang threatens to expose her involvement in the cheating. Feeling guilty, she confesses to her father and wants to do a press conference to reveal the stick cheating scandal. In the end, she manages to regain her moral back and want to become a teacher to educate more people. As studying is not for the score but for the knowledge and integrity,